he really likes to work that glove side lane. That's inside the right-handed hitters. The key for him, for those guys on the right side, get him off you. He wants to throw that two-seamer in and let it run on the
Deep, Simpson, Mesa Jr. going back, looking up, gone! Welcome back! Gleyber Torres in the leadoff spot, batting in the major leagues for the first time in a month. Hits a bomb to left center, 1-0 Tigers, one batter in.
Oh, good swing for Gleyber Torres. I told you he had a rip at that two-seamer that he fouled off. Steven Matz messed around, threw one in even a better spot, and Gleyber tattooed that bad boy. He knew it the second he hit it. You don't see Gleyber standing at home plate and look at him too often. He knew he got that one. Took his time getting around the pads, too. I like it.
Look at the smiles in that Tigers dugout as he goes down the receiving line. The bat had started to heat up, so you really kind of worried. You know, what could he bring? He wasn't swinging, Bobby, pain-free until a week ago today.
Yeah.
Last Tuesday was the first time he could take a swing pain-free. Now he comes back and does that? Wow. Curveball to Matt Vierling, 1 ball, 1 strike. Every Tigers home run this year is a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or a Pizza Portal pickup. Tigers have been bombing the ball in this ballpark. That doesn't happen. Changeup cued off the end of the bat. 1-2 on Matt Vierling. Boy, side view of that swing. Bobby, this is just a near perfect, beautiful swing from Gleyber Torres. Fly ball left center field off the bat of Matt Vierling. This one's deep. This one will one-hop the wall. Deepest part of the outfield in left center. Vierling around second, heading to third. The throw from the outfield, not in time. Matt Vierling with a triple. Pump of the fist as he slides in at third base.
We told you. Get him off of you. He's going to work that inside lane, that glove side lane. Steven Matz being left-handed. Get that sinker away from you. You've got a good chance. It's not overly powerful, and it doesn't have tremendous metrics. It's a two-seam fastball. It's a runner versus a sinker that has bottom to it. He likes to work that top rail. He got it there. Matt Vierling met him at the top and beat him.
I told you to draw up another good game plan, and
just listen to me, Dan. I'll take you to the top, baby.
2 nights in a row, the Tigers have started with a bang. Dylan Dingler had a night last night. 4 for 5, a double, 2 home runs, and a line drive single. Scored 4 runs, drove in 4 runs. He's feeling pretty good at the plate. Bobby, he's been consistent. Line drive to the gap in left center field. He hit it too hard. In comes Mesa Jr. to make the catch. Matt Vierling, though, reads it well, tags and scores without a throw. Dylan Dingler scorches one to center field and sacrifice fly, and a 2-0 lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, another good at-bat by these Tigers hitters. This time, Dylan Dingler, we told you he likes to work that inside lane until he goes soft. And it's a changeup away, and it was elevated. Ding gets enough of it, hits it hard on the line. Mesa Jr. comes in, but he's way too far out to throw. Matt Vierling got at the dish.
Man, Dylan Dingler is just stinging the ball right now. Swinging a foul out of play. And again, these are the things that we were talking about over the weekend and through the game yesterday. You're only quote-unquote, adding two guys back in Kerry Carpenter and Gleyber Torres, but it can have ripple effects when you add two of your top four hitters. You can have ripple effects up and down the lineup in a very positive way. Riley Green fouls him back to the screen. Just watching Gleyber Torres hit that home run can lift up Matt Vierling and the next two batters, both with good swings. Fastball up, 1-2 on Riley, who's hitting .309. He hit his first home run in more than a month last night. He crushed it. It's a straightaway center. The 1-2 away. Williamson at short. He's right up the middle. Camanero's off the line deep at third. Fastball, swing back, outer edge. Threw that off the plate, snap back onto the plate with terrific movement. Strikeout of Riley Green for the second out of the first. The Tigers leading 2-0. First pitch today brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, that's what Steven Matz tries to do. Does a really nice job working that glove side lane. Do that comeback two-seamer on the plate. That's nothing you can do with that one.
Brings up Jahmai Jones. Sinker up and away. Righties have hit that sinker. They see 80% sinker changeup from this lefty. They've hit the sinker for average and power this year. And we've seen that here in the first. Curveball for a strike to Jahmai Jones. Then he'll snap off the occasional slider curveball combination to righties. They haven't hit that pitch, either one. Jones ground ball deep third, backhanded by Caminero in foul territory. He'll plant, throw a little sidearm sling to first base. Jahmai Jones grounds out. Tigers jump on top with a home run, triple sac fly combination. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Tigers trying to make it two straight in Tampa. They've got a 2-0 lead. This is the home of Detroit Tigers. Year-old from Burbank, California, Jack Flaherty. First pitch, four-seam fastball, strike one at 90 miles an hour. 13th start of the year for Jack Flaherty. Still looking for win number one. He's got a 5.81 ERA. Here are the trends for Jack Flaherty. Curveball for a strike. One walk, 20 strikeouts his last three starts. It's up and down start to start. It's been kind of good, alternating with bad the last 4 or 5 starts. If you want to go back a little bit further, swing and a miss, curveball in the dirt. That's a great way to start. Dispatches Simpson with a curveball in the dirt. One up and one down. Bobby, before these last 5 Marks 32 strikeouts, and he's coming off a game against the Angels where he got a lot of swing and miss, the most he's gotten in a game this year. There are some good signs for Jack Flaherty, even if the inconsistency remains. Caminero takes a slider strike.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing about Jack's stuff, where he is in his career right now, he needs all of it. He can't not have one of his breaking balls. He can't have his good fastball command. He needs all of the things working.
Strike one, knuckle curve low. Caminero, right-handed batter, hit his 14th home run last night.
In his arsenal, he needs to be able to command the fastball glove side, arm side, up and down. He needs to be able to land that slider for a strike and strike the ball. And he needs that curveball in all forms as well.
Fastball 93 grabs the outside edge for a called strike two. Mark Rippinger is our home plate umpire today. Derek Thomas at first, Dan Merzel at second, Dan Bellino, crew chief, is today's third base umpire. Infield alignment behind Flaherty. McKinstry at third, short at second, or short at short. Gleyber Torres at second and Torque at first. The 1-2, swinging a foul, 95 down and away. That's another thing we saw, Bobby, in that start against the Angels. He had his second best average fastball velocity of the year at 93.5. And we talk about this because it matters for Jack. And he held that velocity very steady, first into the sixth. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal to first. He did not, says Derek Thomas. 2-2.
No, I think him holding that velocity is key. Here's another thing it helps. It helps the sharpness on the breaking ball, too. When if it's coming out hotter, it's spinning hotter, that means it's going to have a tighter break and a good shape to it.
2-2, ground ball up the middle, and that's where Gleyber Torres is. Flaherty avoids a ground ball that I think kicked off the mound. Gleyber Torres fields it. That's probably a good feeling for Gleyber. Your first game back in a month. You want to get a ground ball early.
No, he handled that one no problem.
2 outs. It brings up Jonathan Aranda. Had an 0 for 5 night with 3 strikeouts last night. He's going to have about 2 of those a year. One of those is against the Tigers. Fastball away. This is just a good, rock-solid hitter. Hitting 280, 11 home runs, 43 RBIs. Swings and pops it up, fouling on a play. Today's game brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Also by Meyer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. Aranda had kind of that breakout year. Last year at 27, 1-1. Fastball high and tight. Disciplined hitter, not a lot of swing and miss. Going to make it throw him a strike. But he really hadn't done a whole lot until last year, Bobby. First time he'd gotten playing time, and he made the most of it.
He sure did.
Wrist fracture ended his season in August, a little bit early. Swings and hits a high fly ball right center. Just misses the C-ring and settles into the glove of Matt Vierlinger to watch it go by the catwalk. And then it's settled into his glove in right center. 1-2-3 first for Flaherty and the Tigers. The changeup has not by righties. The 1-1. Swing a line drive. Foul down the third base line. Just hooked foul. You know, Torque wants to get in on the fun. He didn't really get to join in all the games last night.
Don't think the boys didn't give him any stuff for it, too, because that's how it works. There's always one guy.
Home runs flying everywhere, and Torque went 0 for 4. He did line out to right field. Slider in on the hands. Time for dollars on deck. If Wenzel Perez gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's oldest business, largest Trex decking dealer. 2-2. Grounded foul down the third base line. Second inning is brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Play the Michigan Lottery's Detroit Tigers instant ticket and online games.
I had a game in AAA one year. I think I was leading off the game, and I think we scored something like 13 or 14 runs. I was 0 for 6 with 5 punches.
Foul back to the screen, but at the end of the day, you were happy that the team won, and you told anybody who asked you, I'm happy for the team.
I faked it real good till I got back to the room.
What electronic equipment died that night?
Nothing. Nothing. I was in AAA. I wasn't making any money.
Couldn't afford it. Take a bat to anything. Nope. Curveball away, 3-2. Torque's going to see at least 8 pitches in this trip to the plate. What a miserable feeling.
It's tough. You put on the good face because you don't want to be that guy. But boy, when you're in private, oh man.
Torque, line drive to left field. This one's deep. Going back is Simpson, and that ball is off the wall. Gets by Simpson, got caught by the wall, and then Torque will easily cruise into second base. He plays it right. He might have had to play at second base because that ball got to the wall in a hurry. And now Torque joins in the fun. Sharp line drive double here in the second.
Just another good swing. The results are one thing. This is telling me that the Tigers have a tremendous plan off Steven Matz. Steven Matz is the kind of guy that can give you fits if you get out of your plan. His nut stuff is not dynamic. He's very good at what he's good at. But that was a changeup that was down a little bit. Torque stayed on it, put the barrel on it, ends up on second base with a double.
I mean, the contact is just tremendous so far. Perez takes a pitch outside. That was 108 off Torque's bat. Dingler in the first inning, the sac fly was 102. Matt Beerling's triple was 102, and Gleyber Torres 106. There's a reason hard hit rate is defined as 95 plus. On the ground or in the air.
Right.
Fangraphs will break it down into ground balls, line drives, fly balls, 2 different systems. But it can certainly be a leading indicator of telling you a guy might be on the verge of breaking out. Curveball away, did nothing but just fade away, 3-0. But it's fascinating, Bobby, when you look at the StatCast balls in play at 95 miles an hour plus, and they have it listed, right? Strike on the outside edge by miles an hour, everything from 82 all the way up to 119. And at 95, the batting average goes from 220, 230 to 260. And then at 100, it jumps to 400. Swing and a miss. Perez 3-2. 103, it's at 500.
Yeah.
And the power is just generally going up with that. At 106, it's at 600. I mean, it's amazing. When you hit the ball hard, especially 100 miles an hour or more, it's a hit. Perez, generally, you're going to be a monster hitter because usually that ball is going to fall and it's going to be for power.
That's right. It's a big at bat right here. Listen, you don't abandon just because the ball's been hit real hard right now. You don't abandon what you're supposed to do. This ball's got to get to the right side of the diamond.
3-2, line drive to left field. How about over the fence and left? Way back and gone. Wenzel Perez with number 6. Tiger bats have exploded here at Tropicana Field. 7th home run in the last 2 days. Second tonight, and the Tigers lead 4-0 in the second.
It's a great job by Wenzel Perez right here. Finding a way to hit the ball hard with 2 strikes. He had a man on second base, no outs. Yes, we like to see that guy advanced. Over the wall's fine too, Dan. That works, especially on a sinker that's supposed to be away. It wasn't away. We told you got to get him in the middle of the plate. He did. And Wenzel Perez punishes him again for being in that spot.
I mean, Bobby, you drew up the game plan, but the fact that they are not missing.
No.
And it felt like, I mean, it wasn't all just great pitching, obviously, in the month of May. They just missed a lot of pitches that they could have done damage on. And now, these last 2 days at least, they are doing damage on pitches that are in the middle of the plate.
They're hitting them hard. And they're happening to go out.
Zach McKinstry takes slider away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Make it 2-1 quickly on Zach. 7 home runs in 2 games. The 2-1. Ground ball softly to first. Aranda will take care of Zach McKinstry. For the first out here in the second inning, home run, triple, sacrifice fly in the first. Every ball over 100 miles an hour. Here in the second, Torkelson line drive double, Wenzel Perez home run. 4 extra base hits, 8 batters in. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. They just have some pitching concepts that they believe in, and guys learn what they're trying to do. Swing and a miss for Zach Short, strike 1.
And they do. They have an incredible amount of discipline. And one other thing they do a good job of, and I don't think they get as much credit publicly as people inside the industry.
Zach Short takes a curveball for strike 2.
It's one thing to have analysts that are able to identify certain things, certain traits. It's another thing to have player development staff, both at the minor and major league level, that can help these guys get what they're trying to accomplish.
Zach Short hits a fly ball deep left center field. This one's carrying deep, and that ball is 1 hop up against the wall. Another extra base hit. Short stops at second base, and that was probably the right decision. 5th extra base hit of the game on an 0-2 pitch, and they are all being driven to left center or to left. Tigers teeing off on the offerings of Steven Matz.
And again, Dan, it's one thing to have a solid plan. It's another thing for individuals to execute. We are down at the 9th spot in the order, and pretty much everybody has executed a plan right now. And this ball was absolutely tattooed by Zach Short. He just hit it to the wrong part of the yard for him. Another good swing.
It's incredible. I mean, everything's 100 miles an hour off the Tiger bats if it's being put in play. Gleyber Torres takes first pitch. Change up away, ball 1. 4-0 Tigers in the second inning. 1-0. Sinker strike on the outer third. Still only 1 out, 4 runs in. Tigers are wearing out left center to left. Torres home run. First at bat in a month. Went to deep left center. 2 doubles, or a double and a triple have gone there. Slider up and away. Steven Matz had kind of an up and down year. He actually, the 4.70 ERA. Opponents had hit 230 with a little bit of power. Just a 704 OPS against. That's kind of right at league average almost. It's not like he'd been tremendously hittable coming into this game. But man, changeup. He's missing big now with that changeup. He doesn't look real comfortable throwing that for a strike. He doesn't want it anywhere close to the strike zone.
Well, and that's the thing now. While he's still in there, disregard his changeup. Disregard the breaking ball. Make him throw you a fastball in the Dixie Cup and tee off on it.
Curveball, so take that pitch. And Gleyber Torres did. Curveball, strike 2.
And that's okay, because that's the first one he's landed for a strike. Or the second one he's landed for a strike. I think he landed one to Riley for a strike. But I'm not worried about it if I'm a Tiger hitter right now.
The 3-2, swinging a foul. He was ready for the sinker. Fouled it straight back. Bullpen already getting busy for the Tampa Bay Rays. 4-0 Tigers in the second. Tiger bullpen has been a little bit worn out. Last night didn't do any favors. The 3-2, swinging a foul. Ooh, he missed an opportunity. Change up middle, but the change of speed's got him. Still fouled it off, extended the at-bat. Gleyber Torres last 16 games before he went on the injured list. He had 320, drew a lot of walks. 13 walks, just 8 strikeouts. He's walked more than he has struck out this year. Comes in hitting .259 for the season. You think of him and Kevin McGonigal in the 1-2 spots, Bobby. It's about as good as it gets in terms of just on base.
Yes.
In those 1-2 spots. LA doesn't count. Swing and a miss. Fastball in. Torres strikes out. Man, have the Tigers made Steven Matz work. 50 pitches to get through 2 innings. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Lots of hard contact. We go to the bottom. Well, that's only out number 2. This inning's so long. About sent it to break after 2 outs. Matt Vierling's like, wait a minute. I've got a chance to double up on my triple last inning. First pitch curveball for a strike. His triple came on a 1-2 pitch. Torkelson's double to start this inning, also in a 2-strike count. Perez home run in a 2-strike count. Swing and a miss, sinker running away. Zach Short's double came in an 0-2. Not a good 2-strike hitting in this game. Pick up another run. Matt Vierling could be 2 for 2, could add to this lead with a single. The 0-2. Swinging a line drive to left field. That one's going to drop for a base hit. Might be extra bases. Gets by Simpson to the wall. Short will score. Vierling around first. He'll cruise into second. Second extra base hit of the night. And the Tigers have a 5-0 lead in the second.
Good 2-strike hitting right there by Matt Vierling. Went down and got that curveball. Matz wanted to bury it back foot. Didn't get it there. It was Matt Vierling was out front, but he wanted it to the wall in left field. And that's going to bring out Kevin Cash. That's going to do it.
Shortest start of the year for Steven Matz. Good thing I didn't end the inning early, Bobby. Good thing they didn't listen.
I think you would have had to answer to Matt Vierling. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Tigers have scored 3 in the second after 2 in the first, a 5-0 lead. And while the Rays go to their bullpen in the second inning. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers radio. Fastball for a strike. Yeah, could they have won 10-5? Would that have been better? Sure. But the way Will Vest closed out last night's game was, I thought, just an incredible performance given what had gone on in the 8th inning. Swinging a soft tap foul, Yandy Diaz at the plate through 26 pitches. Made some pitches to get out of jams, but kind of some bad hops off of Cole Keith's glove and off of Tork's glove, and then an error on what could have been an inning-ending double play. 26 pitches, and he knew he had the 9th.
Yeah, listen, AJ has said, his words, not mine. You will see who I trust by who I run out there.
The 0-2, swinging a pop-up foul and out of play, and so he goes out in the 9th inning after what had to be an exhausting and stressful 8th. He needed 14 more pitches, so he threw 40 pitches, the most he'd thrown all year, but it was a 1-2-3 9th against some dangerous hitters, Caminero, Valade, and Mesa Jr. The 0-2 to Diaz, speaking of dangerous hitters, a little bit low, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, here's the thing. This is great. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. It's going to be important for Jack to get deep in this game, especially with how the bullpen was taxed yesterday.
Yes.
AJ had to deploy assets he did not want to deploy to get through the game, and he did.
1-2, got him. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. Diaz looks back, but, I mean, he's having a conversation with Mark Ripperger. This is where Mark Ripperger's just saying, challenge.
Right.
Don't like the call.
It was civil. I mean, it was a civil conversation. But again, to your point, if you think it's down, are you mad because you got painted, which he did?
It was
right at the bottom of the zone.
Perfect.
Yep.
He would not have won the challenge.
He wouldn't have.
Second strikeout for Jack Flaherty. Fastball velocity's been a little more in flux today. 98s and 95. And again, we see him at his best. Last time out, 17 swings and misses against the Angels. A team that does swing and miss a lot. But that was by far the most of the year because he was holding that velocity. It was 93, 94, and up to 95, but very consistent.
Yes.
It wasn't dropping down to 89, 90 like we have seen in some games. The 1-1. Curveball is hooked on the right field line. Fair into the corner. Kicks off the wall at 322. Fielded by Wenzel Perez. His throw is cut off by Gleyber Torres. Palacios doubles into the right field corner. First base runner for the Rays. Man on second, 1 out, 5-0 Tigers in the second.
Yeah, this is just like the one that Matt Drilling hit into left field. It was the curveball that was down, didn't bounce. It was below the zone, likely a ball, but Palacios does a nice job, hooks that ball into the corner, and he's on with a 1-out double.
The other thing Jack Flaherty has started to do, Bobby, the last his first pitch strike rate, the best of his career, not even close. Valade takes a strike. It was so far off this year. He was at 55, 56%. He'd been at 64%. That's a huge drop. And it was leading, obviously, to a lot of walks. Swing and a miss. Now in the last 2 starts, Jack Flaherty he has zeroed in on first pitch strikes. Against the Angels, 16 of 23. And against the Orioles, the start before, it was a shortened start, but still 14 of 19. First pitch strikes. So over 70% both games. And Bobby, there's a direct correlation with 1 walk, 20 strikeouts in his last 3 starts.
No doubt. You have to get ahead of people. And again, Jack needs all of his weapons at his disposal to be as effective as he needs to be. He's had those. Now, the thing with that is getting ahead so you can use them properly. And when you get ahead, you can do whatever you need to do to get the guy in front of you out.
The 1-2, curveball throws. Ryan Valade, that's a beauty. Third strikeout. Second called third strike for Flaherty.
Absolute yacker right there. One of the best curveballs he's thrown maybe all year long, Dan. That had great shape to it, great line. One, spotted the other one, and just buckled him with that curveball.
Now swinging a pop-up off the bat of Victor Mesa Jr. Spencer Torkelson will come into the right of the mound, stop, make the catch. Victor Mesa Jr. pops out, One out double does no harm. Palacios is stranded at second. We played 2. Tigers have a 5-0 lead. Jack Flaherty looking sharp on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Out of play. Lugumina on the mound. We didn't even get a chance to talk about him last inning. Came in through 1 pitch as we came back from break. And it was inning over on the little pop fly to right field off the bat of Dylan Dingler. Casey Lugumina, this is his 4th year in the major leagues. Started with Cincy, he's been with Seattle. And then came from Seattle to Tampa in season this year. The 1-2, swinging a miss. Four-seam fastball. It's a low arm angle, Bobby. It looks like it's got some hop and ride at the plate. Yeah,
it does. A little bit of a low vertical release with some good extension and spin rate to it. Like you said, Dan, likes that four-seamer. Very low arm angle, almost sidearm. Four-seam fastball, two-seam fastball, sweeper, slider, and changeup. He uses them all. The changeup, left-handers will see that more than anything else.
You see a -3 vertical approach angle. That's getting into really elite territory. Yep. Makes it really hard to get on top of that ball. You see here swing under it a lot, like we just saw with Riley. Jahmai Jones swings, fouls it out of play. Grounded out to third, first time up. Jahmai continues to hit the ball well. We talk about, we're not big fans of expected stats, but hard hit rates can be an indicator. Fastball strike on the outside edge. The numbers aren't good for Jahmai Jones. And I don't know, we talk about expected stats a lot. They don't mean a whole lot if the track record says, okay, the expected is this, but the track record is this. Which do you believe?
Right.
Or which is more valuable? Well, his production hasn't matched the expected. That would tell us that the expected is not really helping us evaluate this player. But hard hit rates can tell you that a player might be starting to break out or have the ability to it. And so Jahmai Jones has a really good hard hit rate. He's hitting 155 coming into this game. Obviously there's some bad luck. He has a good line drive rate, and he's hitting 155. But man, he just needs a few balls to start to fall. Swing and miss. And he doesn't have a high swing and miss rate either, Bobby.
Right.
So there's just a lot of numbers that don't add up, and you can only imagine how frustrating it is for Jahmai Jones after how productive he was last year.
It's very frustrating, and like we talked about, he's a left-handed specialist. He's done, historically over the course of his career, he's done a lot of damage against left-handed pitchers, and unfortunately right now he just can't get it going.
Slider misses outside to Spencer Torkelson. 5-0 Tigers are in the third. Third inning is brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. The 1-0 to Torque. Slider sweeps away. Saw 8 pitches in his first at-bat against Steven Matson, who doubled down the left field line. That started a 3-run outburst last inning. 2 runs in the first inning on a Torres home run, a Beerling triple, and a Dingler sac fly. The 2-0. Fastball high and away. So the numbers for Lou Gamina in 24 innings of work, 11 with Seattle, 12 with Tampa. Fastball up and in. Doesn't get a lot of swing and miss. Low walks, low strikeouts. 24 innings, he's given up 29 hits. And probably fortunate to have a 3.70 ERA. The 3-1. Line drive, base hit. Past the diving Williamson into left. Spencer Torkelson starting to put together a lot of productive at-bats. Over the weekend in Chicago, several line drive singles. Another line drive single, 1 hop off the dirt into left field.
Yeah, that's just a fastball. A sinker at the top of the zone. He was in the middle of the plate. Torque told him, don't do that. Try somewhere else.
And so Perez turns around and bats lefty. He just hit a home run righty. That's been his much stronger side this year, last year as well. Fastball rides up and in. As Bobby said, almost a sidearm release from Lou Gamina. The strike one. Swinging a foul past the screen. I'd be nervous if I'm Seattle and Rays are calling about Lou Gamina. It's like, I don't know. Maybe we should keep him.
Dan, I have seen the panic firsthand in the front office when
the Rays call.
When you get that Tampa area code.
Swinging a pop-up down the left field line. Simpson on the line makes the catch fair for out number 3 because they know what they're doing and you're nervous if they're calling because you might be missing something.
What did we miss? Oh, my gosh. Hey, you get on this, you get on this, you get on this, you get on that. You call all the scouts. What did we miss?
Perez flies out to end the third inning. We go to the bottom of the third. 5-0 Tigers. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball. Fastball high and away, 2-0. Unofficially in my scorecard. 6 of the first 7 batters saw strike 1. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good fastball away. That fastball got 8 swings and misses all by itself in that start against the Angels. Works it up, especially for swing and miss. Knuckle curve down and in. It was 5 of the first 7, saw strike 1. Now 5 of the first 8. And helping Jack Flaherty a lot. The 3-1. Fastball away. He walked it.
Yeah, Jack let that one get away right there, especially down at the bottom of the order like this in the 8th spot.
Lose that guy. Brings up Ben Williamson. He's getting the start at short. We were both kind of disappointed. Taylor Walls went out of the game with a hamstring, and he's not in the lineup tonight because we just like watching that guy play.
Yeah, that's happened to us twice this road trip, Dan. Murakami, now Walls.
1-0, fastball paint. Down and away for a called strike. Williamson came over in a trade from Seattle in the offseason at $250. No power last year with Seattle. But again, Rays just have a really good knack for finding complementary pieces, swinging a foul out of play. I mean, let's face it, they're leaning on 3 guys.
Yeah.
Caminero, Aranda, Diaz. And man, are they producing. But the complementary pieces, they're not going to jump out at you. It's like, well, this guy doesn't do much. You know what, though? He's got a 670 OPS. He can draw a walk to get on base. He can steal a base when he gets on base. And he's got good contact skills. And so a nice little piece that you can hit at the bottom of the order, who can turn the lineup over and be on base for the big guys. Play multiple positions. The 2-2. Ground ball up the middle, base hit into center. Verduccio will stop at second. First 2 are on for the Rays. And these are the innings we look to for Jack Flaherty. Like last time out, it was a really good start. He was only working with a 1-0 lead, but he cruised through the first 4, and when he just too often, and we've talked about this a lot, but it remains a big factor, Bobby. When he has a hard time when there are runners on base, limiting the damage to a single run in an inning.
That's absolutely right, and it gets more interesting here with Chandler Simpson in that he's probably not going to thump you, but he's the kind of guy he's just going to put it in play and try to beat you with his legs.
Simpson shows bunt, pulls the bat back, knuckle curve down, so each batter this inning has seen ball 1 from Jack Flaherty. Chandler Simpson comes in hitting .284, but it's .317 against righties for this lefty. Tigers pinch in at the corners looking for the bunt. Simpson shows bunt, pulls the bat back. It's a called strike 1.
And he keeps you on your toes. He's going to fake bunt. He's going to slash the ball the other way. That's what he's going to do. Doesn't hit it especially hard. Not a threat to go deep.
Nope.
But he causes havoc with how he goes about playing his offensive game.
1-1. Tried to stab it down the third base line, and he missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lots of balls on the ground off his bat. Problem is Jack Flaherty has turned into a fly ball pitcher. Got a solid line drive rate, and he's got a chance, you would think, in this matchup to drive the ball in the air somewhere. But again, a lot of balls on the ground with Simpson at the plate. Knuckle curve at his back foot. Misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Simpson's he's never going to light up the stat sheet just because of how he goes about it. He's going to hit his on-base percentage, but he causes havoc because even when he squared the bunt, McKinstry comes in, Riley Green was coming in for any nonsense that might get past him.
The 2-2. Fastball misses, and now this becomes a big early pitch for Jack Flaherty. 3-2, 2 on, nobody out. He's got a 5-0 lead. Jack's only had 2 double plays turned behind him in 12 games. Swinging a pop-up. Softly in the left field, Riley Green will come in, stop, and make the catch. Big first out after getting to 3-2 on Simpson here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, it sure is. Good job by Jack Flaherty. Battling back right there. Find a way to retire Simpson.
Keeping an eye on a certain prospect for Toledo tonight. Caminero takes a knuckle curve down and away. Kid named Verlander getting the start for the Mud Hens in Iowa. It's going to be an 8 o'clock start or 7:40. I'm not sure which. Swing and a miss. Yeah, this starting in just a few minutes from now. But Justin Verlander making a rehab start. Remember, he's had a long sim game, so how it goes tonight, doesn't throw too many pitches in one inning. The ideal would be 5-6 ups maybe, and then maybe one more in the major leagues. The 1-1. Fastball low and away. All be how he feels and how the innings went. But it's possible he could be back after this. But it feels like maybe 2 rehab starts is on the docket.
I mean, he's missed quite a bit of time.
Yeah, 2 full months.
I would imagine 2 is probably what they're looking at.
2-1, swinging a foul, tapped it foul right at home plate, bounced up and hit the mask of home plate umpire Mark Rippiger. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Junior Caminero, hitting .279, coming in with 14 home runs after a 45 home run season at age 22 last year. Another guy who hits the ball on the ground a surprising amount for a power hitter. 2-2, ground ball to short. Zach Short flips it down to Gleyber Torres. 1 relay to first, not in time. Just not hit hard enough. Simple 6-4 put out at second base. Fatucci ends up on third. Caminero's at first and third, 2 outs.
Yeah, Caminero gets down the line pretty well for a guy his size, too. It was a little bit of a slow developing play. It was pounded into dirt in front of home plate. Zach Short did a nice job. Gleyber turned that ball very well. But again, Caminero can run a little bit, runs well. Big man, too. Dan, we talked about that. You saw him kind of up close during BP and ground balls today.
We have enjoyed watching him just take ground balls because he doesn't grade out great at third base. The Rays say this kid works. He wants to be really good defensively. And we watched him today, Bobby. Yeah, you can see that he could be.
He's going to turn himself into a good defender.
He's got the actions. He works at it. He's an athlete. And third baseman who can hit 40 home runs.
Is that valuable? That's good, right? Just checking.
Just checking. Aranda at the plate. He takes ball 1. Fastball away, 2-0. So Jack Flaherty has fallen behind each batter in this inning. Ball 1 to 5 straight batters. But he is 1 out away from getting out of a first and second none-out jam. So again, Justin Verlander starting for Toledo tonight in Iowa. We'll be keeping an eye on that. We'll get word in the next few days about what the next step is for Tarek Skubal. He might also be an Iowa Cub. Or against the Iowa Cubs, right. A Toledo Mud Hen later this week in Iowa. 2-0, fastball, the outside edge. Aranda, the right hand was going toward the bill of the cap, and he's like, no, I'm not going to challenge. Would have won the challenge. Easy for us, though, after watching the technology, swinging a foul back our way, show the pitch was outside. 2 in the first, 3 in the second for the Tigers. 5-0 lead in the third. This will be big for Jack Flaherty to put up a 0 right here. Aranda was digging in, then he called time.
No, Dan, I totally agree with you. This would be an important 0. This inning did not start the way he wanted to with a walk and a single. He's managed to get the fly ball and the ground ball. Getting out of this would be really nice.
2-2. Curveball got him. Absolute beauty. For the second time in as many innings, a curveball freezes a hitter. The righty Vollade last inning, the lefty Aranda in this inning for a called third strike. 4th strikeout for Jack Flaherty ends the third. He strands 2, We head to the fourth inning. Tigers trying to make it 2 straight over the Rays. They've got a 5-0 lead. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball. In 1-1 on Zach, 8.91 hitters. Boston and Chicago the last 2 years, been in the minor leagues all of this year. Had a good year with Boston a couple years ago, struggled with the White Sox last year. Swinging a pop-up behind home plate. Fiducia tosses the mask away, makes the catch about 20 feet from home plate to the left of home in foul territory. McKinstry pops out to start the fourth inning, 5-0, Tigers on top. Fourth inning is brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family-owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. Series is brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. And the pitch and change, brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Zach Short doubled his first time up through 9 batters against Steven Matz. Fastball 95 gets a swing and miss. The Tigers had 5 hits, 5 extra base hits. Torres home run, Vierling triple in the first. Torkelson double, Perez home run, and Short double in the second. Fastball high and away. And it was just good to see, Bobby, after a night when the Tigers bombed the ball with 5 home runs last night, to follow it up right away, first trip through the order, first 9 batters, 5 more extra base hits.
Absolutely. Balls hit hard. Good plans.
The 1-1. Hot shot, base hit, 1 hop off the dirt into left. Zach Short rips a single into left field. Couldn't be happier for him. The year started 0 for 13. Now 5 for his last 14. Starting to sting the ball.
Yeah, 2 consecutive really hard hit balls. This was a cutter in the middle of the plate. Right through the 5-6 hole over there on the left side. 103 off Shorty's bat. So that's good to see him hit 2 balls really hard like that.
Brings up Gleyber Torres, batting for the 3rd time in 4 innings. Swing and a miss. So again, getting guys like Carpenter, Torres back. AJ can now rest guys a little bit. Kevin McGonigal needed a day.
He's past needing a day.
Yeah.
What that young man has done, his first time through the big leagues, just consecutive days played, is amazing.
Fastball above the belt, steady 95. And AJ just had no option. He had to keep playing him. The goal has always been with AJ, just you want to give a guy the day off a day before he needs it, not the day after.
Or 3 weeks after.
Or 3 weeks after, in the case of Kevin McConicle. Fouls it out of play, 1-2 on Glaber. 31 innings with the White Sox last year. 8 home runs. Allowed by Cam Boozer. And a 5.50 ERA. But let's get back to what we talked about with when the Rays call. I love that you have seen.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've worked in the front office. You have seen what it does to the team getting the call. The 1-2 down because, again, Tampa has this reputation for taking pitchers, making them better, identifying pitchers who maybe just need that shot at the major league level, whatever it is. But, Bobby, you said it can touch off a panic.
It's, you got people in different departments looking at this, looking at these deep numbers.
2-2 has popped up somewhere in the roof. Is it going to come down? It did. And the flip down to second, Zach Short will be forced at second base. I think everybody lost it. Aranda came in. The ball actually bounced. It went about 150 feet in the air, bounced 30 feet from home plate. Nobody saw it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it hit the catwalk too, Dan.
I lost it.
I feel like
you think it hit the A-ring?
I think it hit the A-ring.
The A-ring is the highest. Wow.
You see Glaber pointing. He's pointing at Zach Short to go, but there's not a lot you can do there. You can't. No. There's no blame to be had on Zach Short there.
Zach Short can't assume that they're not going to catch a pop-up.
Right.
Even if it hit the catwalk. So if it hits one of the top two, the A-ring, the B-ring, in fair territory, the ball is in play. Now, the A-ring is all in fair territory. The B-ring, the lower of the two, is partly in foul territory. Cutter is popped up to shallow center field. Mesa Jr. will come in, stop, make the catch for the third out. So fielder's choice on that pop-up that hit the catwalk and dropped. Forced Short at second base, and then Buehling, the soft fly ball to center. He's had a double and a triple in this game. Fastball to Diaz. Fouls it out of play. This replay brought to you every game by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. The strike one. Swing and a miss. Good knuckle curve. Going back to your point, Bobby, about making sure that he has all three pitches. I mean, it really is the key. And it sounds very simple with a three-pitch mix, basically, for Jack Flaherty. Slider down and away. But we have seen those games in 2024. He just didn't have many games where everything was kind of off.
Right.
But we've seen games this year where when the slider and curveball are not weapons, then they can just sit fastball, and that becomes a problem.
Absolutely.
The windup in the 1-2 to Diaz in the dirt with the fastball.
And this is not a knock on Jack, but this happens. His fastball is not dynamic enough to carry it on its own. He needs to be able to set up the breaking ball.
Yeah.
So then, and he's got enough feel to sometimes pitch backwards, and then boom, he hits you with that fastball located, and you just locked up. And that's what we've seen a little bit here tonight. But he needs all three of them to work.
Ground ball off the curveball, fouled on the third base line. Again, McKinstry at third base tonight, short at short. Torres at second. Kevin McGonigal getting a much-needed night off. Each trip through the lineup, the second trip through for Jack is about the same. I mean, there's not a whole lot in the numbers. Swinging a high pop-up to left center. This one's going to threaten the C ring, but Riley Green will read it and follow it into his glove to make the catch for the first out in the fourth inning. Lefties have the edge against Jack Flaherty, but righties have hit him as well. All we can tell you is that he's 30 years old. The arm is still healthy. We know what the upside is when Jack Flaherty is right, and we are seeing the things that he had to do. He had to start throwing more strikes, and he has done that. He had to cut the walks. 1 walk, 20 strikeouts, his last 3 starts covering 15 innings. Now looking for the consistency start to start, because he's really only had 1 point this year where he made back-to-back good starts.
Right.
And that was early, back in early April. The 1-0. Backdoor slider for a called strike. Mark Rippinger goes up with the right hand. 5-0 Tigers in the bottom of the fourth inning. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. The 1-1. Fastball, little crossfire down and in. Misses the mark. 2-1. Palacios comes in hitting .248. Not much power in this bat. Just a solid bat, and give you, again, another one of those hitters can give you a good at-bat, work a count, drew 2 walks in the game last night, doubled in his first at-bat today. 2-1. Swinging a shot into center field. The base hit almost hit second base umpire Dan Merzel. That ball was chasing him.
It was.
Sharp single for Palacios. Team that makes a lot of contact. They have built the second best offense in the American League based really on that. Contact, tandem connected at-bats that we talk about. Worst power numbers in the American League. They've got power threats. They're concentrated in a few hitters. Ryan Valade is one of them, but he's not a regular. Swing and a miss on a fastball up and away. It's Caminero, Aranda, and Diaz, all with double-digit home run totals. Valade hit a bomb last night. Man, did he hit it.
Yes, he did.
Fastball low and away. Bobby, we were talking last night about how the ball was jumping here. We compared the distances on the Tigers' home runs with the miles per hour and the launch angle to similar balls hit in the last 2 years, and they were all about 20 to 30 feet. Every one of the Tigers' 5 home runs 20 to 30 feet longer than the average distance given the same metrics. But the other part of the equation is, and something I've never really looked at a whole lot, but you talk about it all the time, and hitters talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
The ability to backspin a baseball. That is a skill. And that can be part of it when you backspin it. I guess line drive, base hit right center, heading up the gap, over to make a sliding stop. Wenzel Perez will get up and throw to second. Throw is offline. Sliding in safely, Valade with a double. Runners at second and third with one out here in the fourth inning with the Tigers holding on to a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, you got to tip your cap to Ryan Valade right here. He got punched out on a curveball last time up. This one's a little bit
the infield back except for McKinstry at third with the lefty Victor Mesa Jr. at the plate. Big numbers down to AAA. Has not really shown it at the major league level. Only 19 at-bats with the Rays. Debuted last year and struggled. Left-handed batter. Popped out first time up. 5-0 Tigers. Tigers will give up a run for an out right here. Fastball perfect on the outside edge. But going back to the backspinning, Bobby, hitters talk about it all the time. It is something they work at, and if you do backspin it well,
right,
the most efficient way, and you compare it to golf, the ball can move through the air better.
Right. So if you backspin it, if there's too little backspin on the ball's going to fall out of the air because there's not enough resistance, wind resistance to keep it up. If you backspin it too high, it's going to balloon. So you'll see some of these balls that get hit. You're like, look at the launch angle, and you look at the exit
105 off the bat.
38 degrees, 105 off the bat. That ball's got to get out. But you dig one layer deeper, you look at the backspin numbers. If it's too high, it'll just balloon in the air. Now, the balloon effect isn't as much as a golf ball because of the size of the baseball.
Right.
But it's still a thing. It's still a property of physics.
1-1, swinging a foul out of play. Good fastball, 95. Pounded him in, 1-2 on Victor Mesa.
And so you're always chasing that optimal launch
spin
conditions. Launch angle, exit velo, but spin as well. There's an optimal level of spin that can be imparted on the baseball that's going to allow for the launch and the velocity to go as far as it's supposed to go.
The 1-2, swing and a miss. Good knuckle curve. Jack Flaherty comes up with a big pitch to get Victor Mesa Jr. Second and third, 2 outs. His strikeout is a big one.
Yeah, this was set up by that heater in. He challenged him, ripped that heater in the pitch before. He beat Mesa on this one, and then threw that same fastball down, except it wasn't a fastball down. It was a curveball bottom rail, strike the ball curveball.
Looked the same coming out of the hand, didn't it?
Sure did.
Fastball up at 94. Hunter Fiducia, another lefty at the plate, fouls it out of play, well back third base side.
And then that's what we're talking about. He needs his stuff to work in concert with each other. That is a perfect example of he got that strikeout. He didn't get it with the curveball. He got it with the heater in the pitch before.
The strike one. Fastball high and away. Fiducia walked his first time up. There's no pop in this bat. Good bat-to-ball skills, hitting for average, but no power. Sure, Jack was a little frustrated walking him first time up, but he did a nice job in that inning. First 2 reached. That was last inning. Did not allow a run to score. Fastball up, swinging a foul straight back. He's really, really doing a nice job moving that fastball around, setting other pitches up.
When he's got his fastball command the way he wants to, and honestly,
he's got
a little bit better heater than he's had in previous starts too. He's carrying that velocity. He can do whatever he wants to with these pitches. He's really in control of that heater tonight.
The 1-2. Curve away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5-0 Tigers are in the fourth inning. Strikeout updates are brought to you every game by Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. The strikeout, Victor Mesa Jr., the 5th of the night for Jack Flaherty. Shut out the Rays on 4 hits so far. 2-2. Fastball. Got him. Called third strike. Challenged.
The batter is challenging the pitch.
And he's going to lose the challenge. Called
Pitch is a
third
strike.
strike.
Tampa Bay is out of challenge.
Fiducia drops his head in shame. Walks back to the Rays dugout. We head to the 5th inning. 5-0 Tigers after 4 on the Detroit Tigers.
degree at UCLA. Felt your mother's ghost turning in her grave. One last flower at her resting place. Lit a spirit as we drove away. In a sheet of rain. Goodbye, goodbye LA. Feel more alive the further away.
Down AAA this year, Durham. 20 innings of work, 180 ERA, low walks, high strikeouts. Problem at the major league level has been a lot of walks. First pitch fastball sails to the backstop. Ball one. Hit the bull.
He was in Durham.
Boozer works from the stretch over on the first base side of the rubber. The 1-0. Dylan Dingler swings and pops it up again near the catwalk. But this time Aranda will make the catch. So it hit the catwalk last inning. I don't think that one did.
No.
But man, they have been threatening these catwalks. The catwalks are really high above the field. But we have seen several get up near the catwalks. One hit it last inning. Dingler pops out. One out for Riley Green. 4 lefties in the bullpen for the Rays. So Riley Green is going to get worn out by lefties in this series. Let's pause as Riley swings and fouls on the way. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Boozer delivers a fastball high and tight. 5th inning is brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. Let's check some scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studio Scoreboard, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. 5-0 our score here. Cutter, that's a good one. 88 sharp blade break to a lefty. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cleveland started the day with a 1.5 game lead over the White Sox. They're 34-27. The 1-2. Fastball high and tight. They're in New York. New York has a 2-1 lead. That game is in the top of the 4th inning at Yankee Stadium. Kansas City winners last night over Cincinnati. They've got a 1-0 lead in the top of the 4th inning. The 2-2. High and tight again, 3-2. Big misses with the fastball.
Yeah, he has. The pitch he's gotten over the most has been that cutter, but when he has, it's gotten hit. Threw Riley a good one earlier.
The 3-2. Swing and a foul. Riley was on the slider. Tampa starts the day a game ahead of the Yankees in the American League East. For a moment, when they were winning 22 of 26, they had built a 4.5 game lead over the Yankees. Everybody else in the East is below 500. 3-2 again. Swing and a pop up. A mighty pop up near the catwalk again in the roof. And that will go down into the glove of Williamson in shallow center field. Green battled the lefty, but pops out for the second out in the 5th inning. Seattle is starting to play some good ball. They won 7 in a row. To me, it's going to be a surprise if they don't win the West. They've still got good pitching. We know how talented they are. Seattle, with 7 straight wins, has opened up a 2.5 game lead over Texas. Everybody else in the West is below 500. Jahmai Jones going to get in on the fun right here. Fastball up and away. Upright stance, feet close together, locks the hips in, tucks that left hip in. Hands tight to the right shoulder as he cocks the bat over it. Leg kick, dives into home plate, cutter for a strike. Outfield plays deep and straight up. They play pretty deep all game.
They do. Very deep. It's interesting.
Simpson in left, Mesa Jr. in center, Volade in right. The 1-1. Cutter, middle for a called strike 2. Jahmai is 0 for 2 in this game with a ground ball out and a strikeout. Torres has come back, started the game with a bang. First game in a month, hits a home run to start the game. Perez with a home run in the second. The 1-2, up and away. Extra base power. The Tigers chase Steven Matz after an inning and 2/3. Matt Vierling has a double and a triple in this game, and Zach Short has a single and a double. 5-0 Tigers are in the fifth. Boozer sets the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball away. Well, Boozer's come in and settled things down. 1, 2, 3, fifth inning, going through the 3, 4, 5 hitters. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 5-0 Tigers. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by
언제부터였을까 넌 내게 묻지마 사실 조금은 티가 나 다 보여 네 몸짓 표정 하나하나에 잠깐만 나오라고 부를 때까지 기다렸다 날 봤을 때 모르는 척 익숙한 멘트를 칠 때 아무렇지 않은 듯 하지만 이 조용한 밤거리를 걸을 때 두근거림에 눈을 굴려 잠들지 못해 너와 있으면 내려앉은 밤이 너무 짧은데 Baby 하나만 알아줘 시간 보내지 말아달라고 Baby kiss me 보여줘 네 깊은 맘 속에 날 데려가줘 Baby hug me 안아줘 그리고 내일도 날 보러 와줘 맘속이 따끔따끔거리네 예고 없이 찾아온 설렘에 어떤 단어로 설명할 수 있을까 지금이다 just feel away 내 마음이 따끈할 때 just come here right now baby 너만 있으면 난 뭐든지 돼 blow it up dynamite but sometimes I don't really know if you mean it I'm falling in that kind of feeling so tell me why don't you turn around 잠들지 못해 너와 있으면 내려앉은 밤이 너무 짧은데 Baby 하나만 알아줘 시간 보내지 말아달라고 Baby kiss me 보여줘 네 깊은 맘 속에 날 데려가줘 Baby hug me 안아줘 그리고 내일도
the 2-0. Ground ball deep in the hole at short. Charging, backhanding short. Throws across his body to first. He got him by a full step. Nice play. Zach Short ends up in foul territory after throwing out Williamson deep in the hole at short.
Yeah, great play by Zach Short. Did a nice job of getting the hop he wanted. Knew he had to get rid of this ball. Gets the hop, he wants it. Doesn't have time to stick his foot in the ground and rip it across. He just gets rid of it. Good arm strength, hits torque right in the chest. That's a nice play.
Man, it always amazes me that anybody can get that much on a throw with all their momentum going to third base. In the air to first base. Simpson takes strike one. This begins the third trip through the order. Again, the numbers this year don't really tell you a whole lot. Jack Flaherty's just been hittable kind of early, middle, and late. But this has been a very good start. After some stressful innings, the third and fourth, he could use a nice quick inning. Simpson taps the curveball foul and falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Electric player. One of the fastest players in the game. Came up last year, had to go back down. Wasn't hitting enough to stay. Came back and did a really nice job. This guy stole 100 bases in the minor leagues.
It is absurd.
I mean, what? 104 bases in 2024. Swinging a little soft pop-up to left field. Riley Green, a step to his left. Under it, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down, 5th inning. Tigers with a 5-0 lead. 2 in the first and 3 in the second. Trying to make it 2 straight. Trying to win a series. Right now, you just kind of look at the standings like, well, okay, they've dug themselves a hole. No question about it. But you also look at the fact there are only 5 teams in the American League with a winning record right now. 6 teams make the playoffs.
That's right.
Other teams have come from well below the 500 mark to get back to 500. So that's, to me, that's the goal right now, Bobby. And I know the Tigers don't even talk about anything other than winning a series, winning today's game. But just thinking about, could this team do that if they get healthy and get on? Absolutely. They could get back to 500. And this year, I wouldn't say this most years, ball inside, challenged by Dingler. Dylan Dingler is the best in baseball, challenging pitches. And he gets the call flips from a ball to a strike. Instead of 2-0, it's 1-1.
I can't help but think, one, it's knowledge of the zone, but it's being disconnected enough emotionally to understand this is a strike, that is a ball, and not getting caught up in the moment.
It's really impressive.
He never gets caught in the moment. I think that's a function of who he is, but also, too, realizing I've got a job to do back here. This pitch, it's close. I want it. It's a ball, but it's off. Or this pitch is a strike. I got a challenge right here. Very good with and judicious with his challenges is Dylan Dingler.
And he's picking the right times to do it too, Bobby. The 1-2 in the dirt. Like changing a 2-0 to a 1-1.
That's right.
Or a 1-2 or 2-1 to a 1-2. And so Baseball Savant, of course, grades catchers on how well they do it. But in other words, not only what their winning percentage is, but also the impact that it has on run value. And Dylan Dingler's number 1.
Yeah.
Which means that he is picking the right counts that have the most impact to make his challenges. And he's really good at it. The 3-2. Swinging a foul out of play, but your point's a good one. Just you have to be able to divorce yourself. I want that pitch. It's got to be a strike. No, I've seen enough of them to know that my intuition is saying that's a strike.
That's exactly right. Bad decisions are made in the presence of emotion a lot of times.
They worked at it. Tigers catchers worked at it all spring. Catching hundreds of pitches with the TrackMan, tracking each one, helping them guide them in their decisions. 3-2, ground ball to the right side and a base hit. Junior Caminero singles to right field with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Tigers leading 5-0. Pitch counts are brought to you every game by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. To get 6 strikeouts against this team is quite an accomplishment for Jack Flaherty, a team that strikes out the least in the American League, but it has come at the cost of some long at-bats.
Yep. And Dan, that's why Junior Caminero is going to be elite at some point in his career.
The ability to do that.
Just do that. He took a base hit.
Shot, second base, a step to his left. Gleyber Torres fields the big hop, a step onto the outfield grass, turns and throws to Torkelson at first. The pitch count hit 89 for Jack Flaherty in the 5th inning, but he has gotten through 5, shutting out a powerful Rays offense. We head to the 6th. 5-0 Tigers after 5 innings of play at Tropicana Field. This is the home of Detroit Tigers.
wish I knew 20 years ago, so before I went blue. I've been waiting for someone to cut me loose. I didn't recognize those sad-eyed eyes all along. I was you. I've been kicking the can way too long now. I've been kicking the can way too long now. Peace, say hello to heaven. Searching for the boy I once outgrew. Those days when everything went to 11, I can honestly say I cried the day that Chris Cornell died. And I've been kicking the can way too long now. I've been kicking the can way too long now. Fuck, I wish I knew 20 years ago or so before I went blue. I've been waiting for someone to cut me loose. I didn't recognize those sad eyes all along. I was you. Those sad eyes. Some say real men don't cry. So why the hell do I? I've been kicking the can way too long now. I've been kicking the can way too long now. I've been kicking the can way too long now.
Third down and in, and Torque takes it, ball 4.
That's a good take by Spencer Torkelson right there. Got a good look at it. Seymour's on that third base side. I used to love it when guys were on the same side as me and they're opposite-handed. So right-handed hitter, Seymour's on that third base side.
This for you is like, yes, thank you.
You get a better look at the breaking ball. There's a reason he's over there, and that's what they're going to do over there. But I used to love that because you see the ball a lot longer and earlier.
Fastball for a strike. I mean, the general rule of thumb, right, is for righties to be third base side, lefties to be first base side.
Right.
So he's on the third base side to try to crowd the righties with fastballs.
A lot of times that's what it is, to make sure you get in there with your stuff from righties.
Swinging a line drive, base hit into left. Sweeper that was up. Wenzel Perez singles into left field. Torque stops at second. Tigers have the first two on in the 6th inning, trying to add to a 5-0 lead.
Good swing by Wenzel. That sweeper was in, but it was up a little bit. He pulled his hands in and got the barrel to it. Didn't hit it all that hard, but got enough of it to get over the head of Williamson at shortstop.
Wenzel Perez starting to heat up a little bit. You just can't overemphasize, and we talked about it plenty when Torres and Carpenter were on the IL. Yeah, when they come back, it's going to help, but there are guys who are here who have to start to pick it up.
Yes.
Their presence helps. And it's just been a good couple of nights. It just gives you a lot of hope because it's in there with these guys.
Yes.
This was a top 5 offense with many of the same hitters last year. The 1-0. Sinker away. Zach McKinstry's got a 2-0 count. Need to get this bat going. Saw a line drive single off his bat yesterday. Those are the kinds of hits you're looking for from Zach McKinstry. The 2-0 tries to bunt his way on, or sacrifice at least, bunts it down third baseline foul. Hardest working player brought to you every game by Carhartt. Proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball, the hardworking people who make it possible. And Manuel De Jesus needs to work. He hasn't pitched since a week ago Friday, so 12 days ago. And he is getting loose. The pitch count around 90 for Jack Flaherty. Jack Flaherty is going to get hardest working player. His day may be done. 2-1, sinker. A little swing back, gets the outside corner, glove side. Starts it away in that right-handed batter's box and then snaps it back onto the plate. Williamson keeping an eye on Torkelson. He's right up the middle at shortstop. The 2-2 to McKinstry. Strike 3 called, and Zach is going to challenge.
The batter's challenging the pitch. Pitches the ball.
He
The third,
wins.
2 counts remaining.
Tigers third best in baseball for their hitters challenging. Total number of successful challenges. That's their 35th successful challenge. Only the Astros and the Twins have more. 3-2, low and away, walked him. Bases are loaded. Good challenge by Zach McKinstry.
That's a great challenge and a good at-bat. Tried to get the runner over via the bunt, didn't get it done, but then battled. Got that sweeper started, outer third, swept off, called strike, overturned on the challenge, and then works a walk for the right-handed hitting Zach Short. That's a great at-bat by Zach McKinstry.
Kyle Snyder out. Entire infield joins the conversation. So you probably know the answer to this. I hadn't looked at it really in weeks. Total number of challenges overturned is at 53%. Who has had more success? Hitters or fielders, which means catchers. Pitchers can challenge too, but it's mostly catchers. It's not even close.
Yeah, catchers, right?
Catchers,
yeah.
right. 58% of their challenges are overturned. For batters, it's 47%. Again, Tiger batters have had a lot of challenges. They've now got the third most successful challenges, but their success rate right at 51%. Zach Short swings and misses at a changeup away. He's driven a double to the gap in left center. Tigers are wearing that part of the field out in the first 2 innings. And a line drive single. Infield's in tight. Tigers trying to add to a 5-0 lead to strike one. Swing and a miss. Oof. Oh, he was trying to launch. Fell across home plate after a big cut at a sweeper.
And that's one he could have launched on. He did not want that sweeper there, did Seymour. That was in the middle of the plate and up. And I think it's one of those situations where Shorty got a little happy. He saw that thing right where he wanted it. Swing was too big.
The 0-2 from Seymour. Fastball high and away. Mark Rippinger says ball one. Caminero at third. Williamson at shortstop for Taylor Walls. He's shaded way over to get the ball in the air.
Yep.
You can get a run home by hitting ball to the outfield. Again, the outfield's very deep. Fly ball of any depth, and you would think that Torkelson's going to score from third. The 1-2. Bounces a changeup. He's bounced quite a few of those already. Seymour is a fly ball pitcher, so in many ways this is a good matchup. Should be for Zach Short. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat. On the way. Way up and away. Fiducci has to stab it with the glove hand. 3-2 on Zach Short. Nowhere to put him. Third batter has seen a 3-ball count against this lefty. 3-2, swinging a fly ball, left center field. It's going to get the run home. Simpson will give way to Mesa Jr. His throw goes to third, but everybody advances 90 feet. Throw is cut off by Williamson. He flipped down to second to Palacios, but everybody advanced. Zach McKinstry was safe ahead of the throw. Tigers had to run. Zach Short has had a good night at the plate. That's so good to see. 6-0 Tigers.
Yeah, great job by Zach Short, working that at-bat, getting that ball in the air. Better job by Zach McKinstry on the backside.
Yep.
Victor Mesa Jr. was lined up to throw the third. It got cut off. And he finds his way into second base, advancing 90 feet. Second and third here now with Gleyber Torres up. That's an excellent job on the backside by Zach McKinstry. Didn't fall asleep.
Gleyber Torres batting first pitch changeup. He is not able to locate that pitch at all. He's bounced him. That was 2 feet outside. Now they're going to intentionally walk Gleyber Torres. Boy, if you're fighting your command and get orders from the bench to walk a guy to reload the bases, not the best feeling, I'm guessing.
Not at all, and especially when you're fighting your command with your best pitch. He throws that changeup about 34% of the time, but to right-handed hitters, he throws it almost 40% of the time. So now you're taking your main weapon away. If you're a Tiger hitter, he's going to have to land that thing twice. If I'm Matt Villen, he's going to have to land that thing twice before I even think about it. Get on that fastball and let it rip.
Again, not a guy who's going to get a lot of ground balls. Put the double play in order by walking Torres. First pitch fastball. Strike one. Good night for Matt Vierling. He got the two of the harder parts. The hardest part of a cycle out of the way early with a triple, then a double. All he needs is a home run and a single to hit for the cycle. The strike one. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Straight change. Middle of the plate. Good action on it.
Yeah, it's a good pitch. He's found it a little bit there.
Wenzel Perez, the runner at third. Zach McKinstry at second. Gleyber Torres at first. Outfield deep all around. They shift to the right a little bit on Vierling. Deep in the right-handed batter's box. Holds the hands low with the bat upright. And then as the pitch is delivered, cocks the bat over the right shoulder. Swinging a soft little tap foul. He got jammed by the sweeper down and in. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. The Tigers have scored 1 in the 6th inning with 1 out. They got a chance to blow this game wide open. 2 6-run leads weren't enough. Almost weren't enough last night. The 0-2, line drive to left field, hit it hard. Simpson over and in. He's going to dive, make the fine catch. Wenzel Perez tagged late, throw home, and he's going to score. Wenzel Perez almost made a base running mistake, so he didn't score, but he decided, what the heck, I'm going to go back, make up for my mistake, force him to make a play, and they couldn't throw accurately home. Simpson couldn't. 7-0 Tigers.
Yeah, in fairness, it was a tough play for Wenzel Perez on that line drive. Chandler Simpson made a great play on Matt Vierling to steal a hit from Matt Vierling. Late tag, he ends up scoring. Chandler Simpson doesn't throw well at all, and when he dove, the guy who doesn't throw well, and he's prone on the ground, tagged very late. It was a good play.
And it fires up your teammate. We
Yes,
just
it
saw a
does.
great reaction shot of Matt Vierling. He wants that RBI
Heck
badly.
yeah, he does. You saved him in that bat, and you got him a steak.
Both of those things.
Those are big deals, man. They add up.
7-0 Tigers. Fastball at the knees to Dylan Dingler for his called strike 1-1. Two on, 2 outs, 7-0 lead for the Tigers. Sweeper up and away. 2-1. Dingler with a line drive out. Sacrifice fly. His first time up, then a soft fly ball to right and a pop out. Big night last night with 4 hits, 3 extra base hits, including 2 home runs. The 2-1. Swing and a pop up again. Right side. Palacios will go 1 step onto the outfield grass, go left, go right, make the catch. Dingler pops out. But the Tigers push across a couple more runs. RBIs for Zach Short and Matt Vierling on sacrifice flies. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 6th inning is brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go in and experience the Denver difference. 7-0 Tigers. This is the home.
Trying to fix you, 'cause you know I just can't
5. That's on the high side. Delivers a fastball high and tight to Yandy Diaz. Came in hitting .317, 11 home runs. The 1-0. Fastball in. And Manuel De Jesus has been warming in the bullpen for about 20 minutes. He is ready. Man, is he ready.
He's ready.
To pitch in a baseball game. It's been a while. The 2-0. Fastball low and outside. 3-0 on Yandy Diaz. He has taken a called third and hit a soft fly ball to left field. 5 hits for the Rays. A couple of threats in the third and fourth. 3-0. Fastball high and tight. Walked him on 4 pitches. Some lefties coming up, and that will be the end of the night for Jack Flaherty. Jesus coming on. We'll see how many pinch hitters we see from Kevin Cash. 7-0 Tigers in the bottom of the 6th inning. While the Tigers go to their bullpen, we'll pause for these words. When the Manuel De Jesus, you would think, is going to be called upon to give the Tigers some innings here tonight. Fastball fouled to the screen. Palacios, a lefty at the plate, strike one.
Yeah, Emmanuel De Jesus out of that Tiger bullpen. It's a 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, change-up cutter, the occasional slider to the lefties. Palacios is going to see a 4-seam fastball, cutter, and that 2-seamer to right-handed hitters is mainly just the fastball change-up, 2 pitches.
Working from the stretch, first base side of the rubber, the strike one. Ground ball up the middle softly. Gleyber Torres flips with his glove to Zach Short. He'll flip it to first, bounce, and they got him. Great pick by Torque at first. If it stands, it's a beauty of a 4-6-3 double play.
It sure was. Picked nicely out of the dirt by Spencer Torkelson. It's what he does, gang. Good glove flip by Gleyber Torres. Needed a little bit more steam. Zach Short handled it and then rifled it over to first. It was low. Torque handled it. Number 20 over there scooping stuff.
It's what he does. Scooping stuff. 4-6-3. Put a little star next to that one in your scorebook. Ryan Valade takes a pitch up and in. So the final line for Jack Flaherty is now set with the erased base runner. 5 innings plus a batter. No runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Jack Flaherty is starting to build on some good starts now, Bobby. That's 3 of his last 4. The strike throwing was a little bit off tonight. but he pitched out of jams, and that was no small thing in the third and fourth.
Yeah, he did. Third and fourth inning got a little bit rocky, but he was able to make pitches, and that was because the little wobbles that he had, he was able to recover his fastball command and then use his off speed.
1-1, fastball away, 95 out of the left arm of Emmanuel De Jesus. That final line brought to you by Figer Law. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball riding at the top of the strike zone. Emmanuel De Jesus had a really good month of May. Kind of buried under a tough month for the rest of the team. And Emmanuel De Jesus comes in, gets a double play and a strikeout. We head to the seventh inning. 7-0 Tigers after 6 on the Detroit.
Ian Seymour throws up and outside to Torkelson. It's 2-1, or 1-1. Bobby Lowe, the first one in 1894 for the Boston Beaneaters against the Cincinnati Reds. The record doesn't even have in which ballpark they were playing. in Boston or Cincinnati. There's no record of it. But is it Bobby Lowe or is it Bobby Lau?
I want to know if nobody knows what ballpark it happened. Did it really happen?
I know. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Torkelson looks at strike 3 over the inside. 2 men out.
Were these legitimate home runs or were they errors and they're just calling them home runs?
Yeah. At Delahanty for the Phillies against a team called the Chicago Colts in 1896. Gehrig did it tomorrow in 1932. So, Neil, what's that? 90, it's a lot. 6 years ago? First pitch strike to right-handed batting Winsell Perez, and 0-1. Chuck Klein for the 36 Phillies. Pat Sherry for the White Sox in Philly, 1948. The swing and a miss at a changeup. It's 0-2. Gil Hodges in 1950 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Joe Adcock in 54 for the Braves. Rocky Colavito in Baltimore for the Cleveland Club. Willie Mays did it in Milwaukee against the Braves in 61. The Mike Schmidt, when we were talking about, did it at Wrigley in 76. Most of them, Neil, were in our lifetime. Some were long ago, but most weren't. It's a swing and a fly ball straightaway center by Perez. Mesa turns back to his left as he settles under it and makes the catch to retire the side. Solo homer by Riley Green on the inning's first pitch, but then it got better from there. 7th inning stretch time in St. Pete. It's Tigers 8, Rays nothing on the Rays Radio Network. The challenge coming up, asked for by Dylan Dingler, and the pitch is ruled a strike.
Pitch is a strike. Detroit has 2 remaining.
No balls and a strike, as it turns out, to Victor Mesa Jr. on the ABS challenge. I think the Tigers won all of theirs today, and the Rays have lost all of theirs. No balls and a strike. The stretch by De Jesus. And the 1-strike deal on the way to Mesa. Swung on and fouled back, and it is 0-2. Then Fiducia, then Williamson. Rays had chances. They had a couple of men on. Nobody out in the third, didn't score. Second and third, one out in the fourth, didn't score. Leadoff man on last inning and never moved him. Now an 0-2. Mesa swings and pops it up to the shortstop area where the third baseman McKinstry gives way to the shortstop Zach Short to make the catch. First out of the Rays 7th.
Craving the best pizza in Tampa Bay? Colony Grill, the official pizza of the Rays, has been serving its famous thin crust pizza since 1935. Whether you're celebrating a win or enjoying a meal with family and friends, Colony Grill's famous thin crust pizza knocks it out of the park.
The Tigers have not won consecutive games since May 2nd and 3rd. And they look to be on their way to doing it. Here's Hunter Fiducia. Swing, line drive straightaway center field. Back to his left goes Matt Vierling and catches it over his shoulder on the warning track for the second out of the inning. Hit well by Fiducia, but near the 404 sign, you got to get every last bit of it. And it's two men gone.
Well, wasn't it Kevin Cash who, right when he met with the media, said this team is way better than their record? And unfortunately, they're proving it. You hope they stay asleep for 3 more games.
2 out, no one on for Ben Williamson. Singled and grounded to short.
Here's tonight's attendance. 14,010. 1-4-0.
And the pitch from DeJesus is a strike on the outside. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike to Williamson. You know, Austin Platt got us a note that I giggled at when he first gave it to us, but I don't like it anymore. Swinging a line drive foul to the right side 0-2. And it's not that it's a bad note. Do you know in the history of the Rays, on June 2nd, on this date, at Tropicana Field, they've won only 1 game.
That doesn't seem possible.
It's going back to the first year of the franchise. Here's the 0-2. Williamson takes outside. The only time the Rays have ever won at home on this day was 2009. And
we didn't make the playoffs a year, so winning today would have been bad luck.
There you go. Somehow in Neil's brain, that makes perfect sense. The pitch is rolled off the end of the bat to short. With an easy pickup as Zach Short. He throws to first in time for the out. The side is retired. We'll go to the 8th. 8-0 Tigers on the Rays Radio Network. To play the Marlins over the weekend. So he needs a quick inning here. Wants to keep this inning, 15 pitchers or so would be the best. As he throws a strike to McKinstry, it's 0-1, and then Zach Short and Gleyber Torres. And the pitch popped him up off the end of the bat to shallow center field. Victor Mesa coming in smoothly for it and reaches up to make the catch, and it's 1 out.
Sharpen up your reading skills through Reading with the Rays from Suncoast Credit Union. Visit your local library, Suncoast Credit Union branch, or download your game card at raysbaseball.com/reading.
Here comes Zach Short. And what a night he's had, spelling Kevin McGonigal for a day. McGonigal will be back up there tomorrow. A rare day off for him, and Zach Short has had a great night in the number 9 hole. Swings and fouls it back 0-1. Doubled and scored, single to left, and knocked in a run with a deep fly ball. So a rare start for him, and he's made the most. No balls and a strike. The count to Zach Short. And again, Baker returns low and inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Baker, when he's out there in safe situations, is really one of those fired up guys. It's yelling and making all kind of noise and very high energy. Rays haven't used him trailing. I don't remember the last time, if at all, this year. Strike is called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But it's almost weird at this point to see him in a game where the game is so out of whack and on the trailing side. Now on 1 and 2. Pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Like Neil was saying, the Rays could go position player, but maybe they wanted to stay away from doing that in 2 different innings, so maybe they'll just save it for the 9th. 2-2 the count. Here comes Baker's pitch. Swing, ground ball, hits the mound, goes to second, played back behind the bag by Palacios, and the throw retires Zach Short for out number 2. Nicely done by Palacios at second base, and that will leave it for Gleyber Torres.
I checked between innings with the Tigers, and they promised if there were 2 position players, they would not keyhole in the 8th and 9th.
Have we done it this year? I think the Rays have run one. Who was it that they used? Was it Fortes?
I thought it was it Ben Williamson?
Maybe it was Williamson. That sounds about right. 2 out, no one on. Here is Gleyber Torres. And first pitch fastball, strike at the knees over the inside, 0-1. Torres led off the game with a homer and his return off the injured list. And the pitch down the middle, strike 2 called, 0-2. He's also fanned, grounded out, and intentionally walked. Now the 0-2 pitch, slash foul to the right side and out of play, 0-2.
I wonder what our record is on Lou Gehrig Day now, since June 2nd hasn't been so.
Well, I have it. Okay. The Rays are all-time 8-14, but 7 of the wins have come on the road.
Huh.
No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch popped up off the end of the bat, foul to the right side. No balls, 2 strikes to count. There is a group from the Florida branch of the ALS Association here today out in Section 130, and hope they've had a good time, even though it's not been so good a game. Baker pitches, and it's just inside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Torres. They had a gentleman named Adley throw out the first pitch today. And he rolled his chair all the way to the mound and rolled it in just a little bit and threw a strike to Oliver Dunn. And now the 1-2. Swing, line drive to short, caught by Williamson to retire the side. Brian Baker does come in and throw an economical inning. And gets the Tigers 1-2-3. 7 1/2 complete. 8-0 Detroit on the Rays Radio Network.
And that is still our score as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Tropicana Field. There will be lots to talk about, as always, on the Rays Radio postgame show. We hope that you will call in to the Spectrum fan line. The postgame fan line is presented by Spectrum. Built for big moments, here for game day. Guys, we'll hope for a miracle. Let's see what happens in the bottom of the 8th. Back to you.
I'll be listening, that's for sure, Chris. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, and Emmanuel DeJesus is still out there. 3rd inning, or parts of 3 innings for the Tigers.
Chandler Simpson, the left-hand batter, chops it to the right side. Coming on to get it and running to the base is Spencer Torkelson. 1 pitch, 1 out. Chandler 0 for 4.
Get ready for the best summer at Tropicana Field with the Rays. With a family pack, you can get tickets to the game, meals for everyone, and a parking pass. And it starts at $27 a person. It's the perfect way to spend a summer day at Tropicana Field cheering on the Rays. Find more at raysbaseball.com/summer.
Here's Caminero, who is singled 1 for 3 tonight. Rays have been shut out, twice this year?
Just twice.
Here's Caminero against DeJesus. Yeah, the pitch outside, ball 1. Both of them were 2-0 scores, if I remember. The Peyton's Holy game at Fenway Park and that Sunday in New York against the Yanks. 1 ball and no strikes to Caminero, who swings and lines one into straightaway center field, but hit a little too hard as Vierling's going to run it down, moving to his right and 2 out. And that'll leave it for Jonathan Aranda. If the Tigers hold on to this lead, we will see Tanner Bybee of Cleveland, and now the DFA'd Simeon Woods Richardson of the Twins. Jonathan Aranda takes strike over the outside, 0-1. Kevin Kelly's warming up for the Rays, so I guess we will not see a position player pitch. No balls and 1 strike to count to Aranda. And the pitch, check swing, strike over the outside. I remember Joe Madden used to say to me, he goes, I don't like doing it when we're home. And I don't know if Kevin Cash feels that way or what. It just feels better about having, a pitcher out there, save a bit of integrity. But as long as they're both available to go tomorrow, Kelly and Brian Baker. And remember, it's a quick turnaround day game tomorrow. Ronda takes 2 high. And 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I know how much you like run differential. So...
It's the most overused. There's way too much time spent on run differential. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Aranda swings and lifts it down the left field line. Crossing into foul ground, Riley Green behind the mound, and now the ball out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Aranda.
I just like poking the proverbial bear, so to speak.
1-2 the count to Aranda. He was 0 for 8 in the series. The Tigers like the first team to figure him out this year, at least to this point. 1-2. DeJesus coming to the plate. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. DeJesus has been nailed since coming in. He's retired all 8 batters he's faced. And the Rays are 3 outs of life from being shut out. We go to the 9th. It's 8-0 Tigers on the Rays Radio Network. Williamson throws ball one inside to Vierling, and then Dingler and Riley Green in an 8-0 Detroit whitewash. And this one's high and in. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Williamson works out of the stretch. Steps, lobs it in, line to third. Glove beautifully down on his knees. Caminero winds and throws to first in time for the out. Beautifully done by Junior Caminero for the first out of the inning. 1 out here in the 9th, and up comes Dylan Dingler. You know, Neil, today is also the anniversary, and I wasn't going to bring it up unless it was 8-0 in the 9th inning, so that's why you go to it. And a first pitch call strike. Today is the 16th anniversary of the Armando Galarraga perfect game, the imperfect game with Jim Joyce. Making the mistake on the call, swinging 1 out, but a third baseman, Caminero, moving to his left and throws to first, 2 out. 2 up, 2 down, leaves it for Riley Green. Can't there be, in whatever the official record book is, especially now that we're in an era of challenges, can't we actually put that in as an official perfect game, even though it was such a clear mistake call, that Jim Joyce has had to live with that. And Jim Joyce is a long-time, excellent umpire. He is. And it's always bothered me. He's got to live with that. The pitch is taken low by Riley Green, 1-0.
I kind of think he judged someone by the way they handle something, and I think more of Jim Joyce by the way he handled it than by that call.
He did. He handled it wonderfully well.
And I also think of the game more than I would if it were a perfect game.
Yeah, maybe we remember that one more. And actually, Armando Galarraga handled it very well, too.
What was the strike, by the way? And they didn't even call that for Ben Williamson. Come on.
It's 3-0, and there's a strike. There's no ABS when the Rays don't have a challenge anyway. It's 3-1 to Green. Boy, Williamson works fast, and the pitch is up and away, ball 4. You know, Neil, I think he's tipping his pitches.
I think Riley Green was keyholing right there.
2 out base runner, and now here is Jahmai Jones, who is 0 for 4. Williamson's pitch to him is lined to third, and Caminero, the busiest man in the inning, makes the catch, moving to his right into foul territory. Side retired. They were keyholing, but Caminero said, Bottom of the 9th coming up, 8-0 Tigers on the Rays Radio Network.
To clean up all her mess and burn the vintage dress. 45 till I die. Wow, I set my house on fire. Break the chains, I'm coming through. Try to catch me lying fools. Ask me twice, won't blink my eyes. This is my life.
Who hasn't allowed a base runner on his 8 batters faced, and a swing and a miss by Dunn. And it's 0-1. Then Palacios and Filet. The Rays have not been shut out at home this year. They've only been shut out 2 other times. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, and it is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the count to Oliver Dunn. You know, I don't know if the Tigers put this in their game notes today to be silly. If it is, I think it's great. If they were serious, then it's a little weird. Dunn takes low on his way. But, they've had such a bad month of May that they put in their notes, I imagine this is with a wink, that the Tigers offense leads the American League and is second in the majors in OPS in the month of June. Now, they had played one game. It was just from yesterday's game. Dunn pops one up, foul out of play. Then they continue. They lead the majors in home runs and total bases and slugging in June. Second in the majors, batting average this month. Well, they haven't done anything to tarnish that. Austin Platt, behind us in the booth today, just let us know that these trends are continuing. Dunn takes high and away, 2-2. The Tigers now lead Major League Baseball in home runs and slug and total bases in the month of June. So, who knows? Maybe they're on to something. Maybe they're ahead of their time. Maybe they have seen the future in Tigers PR. Now the 2-2 pitch, and it's low and inside, 3-2. And we also thought it was funny that they put in the bottom left corner of the front page of their notes, the game yesterday, Tigers 10, Rays 9, and under it they just put wowzers in official type. Here's the 3-2 coming into Dunn. Popped him up out of play off third, and it's still full 3 balls, 2 strikes.
They could have been the first team in Major League Baseball to add winking emojis to their game notes. It would have probably worked out.
Assuming they were being cheeky with it, we appreciate that. De Jesus, and the payoff pitch to Oliver Dunn is swung on and missed, strike 3. And there's one out in the Rays' 9th.
Looks like we might have our first 4-inning save of the year, too.
Yeah, that's right. It is a save situation, is it not? Yeah. De Jesus finishes the game. Well, think of this. Flaherty was 0-7 for the year, coming in an ERA of just under 6. He has never beaten the Rays before. In 4 starts, he was 0-2 with an ERA above 8.5. Palacios pops this one up on the right side of the infield. Into foul ground goes Spencer Torkelson. Now near the side warning track, makes the catch for the second out. The Tigers hadn't won back-to-back games since May 2nd and 3rd. So maybe that little bit of gravity that starts to go in the other direction. The worm perhaps.
Reverse lock game.
It is.
Turned into today.
Tigers have not won a series since May 1st to the 3rd against the Rangers. They've lost 8 consecutive series, 10 of the last 11. Last chance is Ryan Valade. He takes inside and high, ball 1. And maybe getting Carpenter and Torres back is, like Neil was suggesting, taking a little pressure off the rest of the Tigers. And the team that hasn't been able to hit for the last month, they have woken up angry. The pitch is fouled back onto the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Valade. But we do have another game to go in the series. 12:30 pregame tomorrow with a 1:10 first pitch. Nick Martinez and Troy Melton. And the Tiger bullpen is refreshed also. That should be noted as well. The pitch to Valade is swung on and missed, and it is 1-2. Comes, swing and a miss. He struck him out. The Tigers have won their first series since the first 3 days of the month of May. June has certainly proven to be a little better for Detroit through these first 2 days than the entire month of May was. It's over. The Tigers win it and become the first team to shut the Rays out at Tropicana Field this year. The final score, Detroit 8, the Rays nothing, and it wasn't even that close. All right, so
It's just me. Yeah, it's just me. Yeah, I have that effect on people. It really is just me. You probably feel like you've been blessed by the guys above. You're riding high, and your heart is full of love. You're bubbling over with joy.
it's just me.